Hey everybody, welcome back. So today I'm going to be talking about just this idea of passive income. Okay, so a lot of people have talked about the various ways of making passive income, and even for me, I've definitely explored a lot of that myself. If you don't know, just a quick background. I left sort of the corporate world in 2014. I started my own business. I just did various, things with marketing, with events. And, I've also tried a lot of different various, side hustles such as, print on demand, drop shipping, Amazon fulfillment, SEO, just a lot of different, businesses trying to make money. And, I think what I would say is, those definitely do work. Okay, so if you put in a lot of effort, if you put in a lot of time into it, eventually you're gonna succeed and make some money. And so like if that's you, great. But what I would say though is a lot of people who focus too much on passive income. Okay, so side passive income. Whether it be through drop shipping, print on demand, or even YouTube, they neglect this concept called passive wealth. Okay, so passive wealth is significantly easier than passive income, in my opinion, especially if you can do it right. And I think that's really the key factor, is to do it right. Okay, so in this video, I'm gonna really talk about passive wealth and how to invest safe. With investing, especially with options, there's a way where you can invest very, very safe. You just really have to know what you're doing. And hopefully in this video, I give you some insight that would help you invest, do some passive investing. Okay, so first, let's talk about passive investing. Okay, so what is it, right? Basically, the idea is you're allowing your money to work for you. Okay, so a lot of times when we go work or when we have a job, we work for money so that we can live, so we can send our kids to college, all that, right? So we can retire, all that great stuff. But what a lot of people don't really recognize a lot of times is money actually, even though we work for money, money can actually work for us. And in fact, that's really how the wealthy invest their money. Okay, they make money work for them. And today, I'm really just going to show you how it works. I'm going to show you some tools that will really change your life. Guys, I am just truly convicted that this is going to change the lives of a lot of people. No matter where you're at in life, whether you just start working, you're building some income, or you're sort of towards this middle stage where you've had some time to build up wealth, you have a good amount of money saved, or if you are just flat out wealthy, right? If you're wealthy, then this can also be very, very helpful for you. Okay, so let's start out. I know this is a very broad topic, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I'm really just going to show you what I'm doing, right? I know there's a lot of different angles you can go about this. But guys, the first step I would do to invest, to passive invest or invest passively, depends on how you look at it. Okay, is first, guys, open up an Interactive Brokers account. I can't stress how important this is. I'm just going to try and show you why this is so important. And whenever you invest, guys, you either need a lot of money or you need something called margin. Okay, so margin is basically allows you a lot more buying power. Okay, so even if you don't have a whole lot of cash, you can use margin, and that's basically when the banks, Interactive Brokers, by the way, is a bank and a public company that is all over the world. This is when a bank loans you money if you need it at an interest rate. And the thing about Interactive Brokers is they have really the lowest rate out there, 1.59% starting. Okay, so you can go down even lower if you're really, if you have a lot of money. If you have $1 million, you can go down to 1%. Okay, so I'm going to show you how this works. Let's say, guys, we're going to go with a very, just very median, I think a very average portfolio value that I think most people can do. Okay, so most people, as in, most people who are in a pretty good situation where they have a stable job and all that. So let's say you have $10,000 and you put it in an active broker's account, right? Your buying power, if you're on Reg T, okay, so Reg T is just if you don't have $100,000 or more, is already almost 50%. Okay, literally the moment you put in the cash, you have about 50% more money to invest. Okay, the reason why that makes a significant difference is because, number one, that just gives you a lot more money, right? It's almost like you're 50% richer. Even though, yes, you are borrowing, the money. Guys, if you believe in the stock market, and especially in this next step, if you believe that this step can work for you, this is really, really important for you to be able to trade successfully using the strategy. Okay, so that's the buying power. And guys, one more thing too is whenever you open up an Interactive Brokers account, you can also get a debit card, and you can use this debit card to withdraw cash off of your positions. Okay, this is really a life-changing hack that I've learned myself. Is like when you spend credit card, when you have spending expenses for everyday living, for college, whatever, guys, put your expenses on Interactive Brokers, right? Literally borrow off of your positions, because 1.59% is way lower than 7%. Inflation rate is 7%, and who knows how wild things may go. So even if you're borrowing money, that's fine. Like that's because you're still beating the inflation rate. It beats putting money in the bank. And so stay invested, especially if you're using the strategy that I'm going to talk about later. Stay invested. Just let your portfolio ride. Guys, if you can get 20-30% returns, that's going to beat the 1.59% interest you're paying by way more. Like that's just going to seem like nothing compared to the returns you're going to get. All that's going to happen is you're just going to see your portfolio grow and grow and grow. And as you borrow money from your portfolio, that's completely fine, right? Because your portfolio is still growing and you're borrowing at a really, really low rate. Now, does that mean you can go out and buy a couple Teslas or buy a Lamborghini? No, that's just irresponsible unless you are a millionaire. Or even if you're a millionaire, I still wouldn't buy a Lamborghini, right? But that's beside the point. All right, so we're talking about passive wealth versus passive income. Guys, let me show you how easy this works. So step one, again, open up an Interactive Brokers account. Step two, once you know how it works, okay, so this is where it gets really, really fun. Guys, this doesn't get more fun than this. Okay, so every day my job is just to read as much as I can about different companies and then compare it against different options. Okay, so if you don't know what options is, follow my channel. I talk so much about it. I'm assuming that you already know about options. This is not a beginner's course. But guys, I'm really just selling puts on different stocks, right? I'm seeing how much premium I can get on different stocks. Okay, right here, I'm going to show you a couple different stocks that I opened recently that I'm selling premiums on. So guys, let's say you sell this premium on SBLK. Is a stock that I'm long bullish on. They pay a sick dividend, and by sick I mean nice dividend. I think it's like 20%. Trading at a very low P ratio in the shipping industry. Guys, a solid company with a lot of cash, very, very healthy balance sheet. Let's say tomorrow I open up a position on SBLK at $25. So this would basically mean that if SBLK falls down $25, I could be forced to buy 100 shares at $25. And I will be very, very happy with that, right? Because not only am I getting a discount, on top of that, guys, they're paying me $1,000 to open up that trade. $1,000. Think of how many t-shirts you would have to sell. You'd have to sell maybe like 500, well, I don't know how much shirts go. Probably like 200 shirts, 200 to 200, 150 to 200 shirts just to make that same amount. You click two buttons, you make $1,000, right? Now it's not as easy as that. Yes, you're gonna have to wait you're gonna have to wait for the stock to continue to to move, or sorry, you're gonna have to wait. Okay, so as in, yes, you do collect your premium, but the value of the option contract doesn't really realize until you give it more time. Okay, so that's one thing that's really important to know, is when you open up these contracts, you collect the premiums immediately. Okay, so that $1,000 go straight to your account, but you're going to have to wait some time before the contract realizes its profit, right? You can close out the contract anytime, but if you close it out tomorrow, you're not going to make that much money, right? Unless the stock shoots up. But if you give it more time, if you open the trade now over period of time, you're going to make that $1,000. So long as the stock doesn't drop too much, if you don't get signed. If the stock either trades sideways or goes up, you're gonna collect that $1,000. You're gonna be able to sell or buy back that position and basically profit, close to $1,000 or even $1,000. Now you don't have to wait until the expiration of the option, but the more time you give it, the more that is in your favor if you're selling options. Okay, so again, we're selling put options, guys. Even if you're not bullish on SBLK, you think, for some reason it's too small a company, you can do this for any company, right? I did it for, a financial company, FNF, Fidelity National Financial. I think it's a very, very safe company, very solid company. They have a strong balance sheet. These are banks that, have, tons of history. And I literally bought out 100 shares and I wanted more shares, but instead of buying more shares, what I did was I just sold a put option, right? I collected $400 up front, and it's only a couple of months out. If the stock continues to go up, I collect the $400, and if not, I get the stock at a cheaper price, right? You can do it for. There's just a wide variety of stocks. Let me see. So I did it for CLF recently. Cleveland Cliffs in the steel and iron ore business. If you do. January 2023 right now, you can collect about $415 off of collateral $1,500. So you're going to have to hold $1,500. And this is why interactive brokers are so important, right? You may not necessarily need to use your margin, but the fact that you're using interactive brokers allows you much more buying power. And so, yes, even though you're stuck on that collateral, guys, you can still use that money. Like I'm going to show you how this works, right? Let's say you have $10,000 invested, okay, in active brokers. Let's say you get the debit card. And you need some money for your grocery bills, for your kids' college, whatever, right? You can literally go to ATM if you wanted, which you don't have to. You can just do bank transfer as well. But you can also go to the ATM if you're traveling to like Paris, or if you're traveling to overseas. You can use that ATM worldwide. You can get. If you're invested $10,000, you can get $7,500 just because you're invested with interactive brokers, right? And yes, you're going to pay a little bit of interest, 1.59%. But guys, that is insane, right? That's $7,500. That just gives you so much more room and power to do a lot of great things, or to do whatever you need, and stay invested. Okay, so another option I did was PBR. PBR is a huge company in Brazil, one of the biggest oil and gas companies in Brazil, has a large market cap of, I think, over $100 billion. Right now, guys, if you sell put options out to January 2023, you can collect $284 off of $12. So that is almost over 30% returns, right? 30% returns in a year. Would you be happy with that? Yes. I would be perfectly happy with 30% returns if the stock goes up, or if the stock goes down, I'd be perfectly happy collecting 30% plus the stock at a cheaper price. Okay, so that's really what I talk about in this channel, guys. You can do a lot of cool things. One other company I'm bullish on is Tesla. And over in this channel, guys, what I plan to do is, what I really plan to do is I plan to talk about different stocks I'm selling puts on. Okay, so I'm going to do the best I can to show you some of the stocks I'm selling puts on. Some people have been asking recently, how do I screen for stocks? Well, guys, I actually pay quite a bit of money for it. I pay about $5,500 for a couple different Discord communities where there are Wall Street, really bright people on Wall Street talking about different companies. A lot of analysts that do deep dives into these fundamentals of different companies. I'm not doing this for myself. I just I don't have that capacity to read up about all these different companies. So it just allows me to kind of at least at least kind of weed out the bad companies from the good companies, and then it allows me to zoom in a little closer and take a look for myself on these companies. And that's something I would encourage too, right? Don't just take my word for it. Do your own research if you like. I hope this channel really just serves as a way for you to weed out some of the information that is out there, to help you, perhaps give you some ideas to zoom in on, to inspire you to, try different things, try different ways to passive invest that can really change your life, right? Because to me, guys, at the end of the day, for me, life is just, I realize life is not all about work. For over 10 years, for all my life, really, I worked my butt off. I was not only a workaholic, but it was just part of my blood. I grew up, working from age 5, and I've got a pretty decent work ethic, to be honest. Not to be bragging or anything. It's just kind of how my parents instilled in me, like this idea that I have to work hard, and I get to work hard. But guys, one thing that really makes a difference is if you work smart, right? If you understand, how everything works, how investing works, how money works, then it's really going to change your life. And you can spend time, you use the extra time that you have that's not working, just spending time with loved ones, spending time with family, just loving people, like serving people, finding needs outside of our own world, right? That's one of the things that's one of the reasons why I do investing, because I don't want to spend all my life working at this job that is just going to pay me a paycheck, but I don't have that opportunity to really allow myself to see some of the needs out there in the world. And that's what I want to do with my life. I want my life to be about others, to be about serving others, loving others, especially those who are overlooked. Okay, and that's why I'm planning on starting some kind of nonprofit to help out with those that are just underprivileged, and that's something that that's one of my goals in life. Okay, well, that's a little bit of a sidetrack from investing. Sorry, guys. Thank you for those who listened. Guys, check out Interactive Brokers. I can't stress enough. Check out, how passive investing works, where you sell put options, you collect income. In this channel, I really am going to try and cover as many companies that I'm selling put options are on. So follow this channel if you want me to make more videos, giving you ideas on, how much premium you can collect in different companies, kind of which stocks to take a look at. I would really appreciate if you smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. That would just help my channel out so much. That would give me more inspiration, encouragement to continue on and provide you guys ideas on what stocks I'm selling puts on. Okay, I hope this content is helpful for you somehow. If you like this, again, just leave a like. And until next time, guys, I'll see you around in the next video.